Hello and welcome. This
Back,
is yeah, back. This is the
hopefully.
Cat and Erna show.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Cat,
Can you feel the
cat.
energy?
What
Erna?
what energy?
The energy that I'm trying to build because I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, this week we thought we had a guest, but she can't make it.
Nope,
Next week is her week.
it is.
So now we are here thinking about what are we going to talk about?
I know one thing that
Go
we've
for it.
learned from this.
Yeah,
Have a plan B.
as a plan B. Yeah, I have a plan B.
Have a plan B. Sometimes I overthink things and what if, what if. But in this case, it might have been helpful to have a plan B. So
Yeah, we might have. But then we also were both tired.
we're both
So we were
tired.
just hoping to do this at an autopilot,
Mm.
which no way, Jose, is going to happen.
Nope. We
So
need to
what
do
did
it.
we learn in
Just do.
hypnotherapy? We would
So
just tell our minds.
can't
we would
remember.
we would just tell our minds that we love this, that
We
we are
do.
excited, and
We
that
are.
we have so many things to talk about.
We do.
And then,
but we do.
yes, we do.
And I have a thing, and it's coming right up because
Okay.
the reason why we feel we don't have anything to talk about is because we're exhausted and tired. And
Yes.
personally, I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I thought
Okay.
that we might not be the only ones feeling like this. And we might not be the only ones doing more than we actually can during a day, or not feel when we should stop because we feel like we could keep going, and then all of a sudden, boom, you hit a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So how do we and what can we do to avoid that?
Well, boundaries.
Boundaries.
I think boundaries is a huge thing.
It is. It actually is on so many levels.
Yeah.
But yeah, and learning by doing actually. Okay, this was obviously too much for me today. I thought it wasn't because it felt good. I could keep going, and I did, and I had things I wanted to do, but I felt tired, but I did it anyway. And now it's
you pay the price.
8
It's
p.m.
8
and I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
And that sucks because this is my time now. This is my adult time. And then go to bed and get up and get the kids ready again and
and then life happens again.
Yeah,
it's always a life that's in the way.
It is, and you could say that it's in the way, but who's in charge of your life?
Yeah, we ourselves are in charge of our lives, but it's so easy to give that responsibility to someone else.
It is.
Because if you do that, then you can always blame someone else that your life is not going as you want it, or that you don't have the time to do the things that you want to. Oh my gosh, I do it all the time. I'm always there for everybody, and I always complain that I don't have the time to do the things that I want to do for my business, for fun, for
And why don't you? Or why don't people, so that it's not only about you, but
in general.
In general, why do you think people don't focus on themselves? What is it that makes them
Well, I think that it's easier to focus on someone else, because if you focus on yourself, then you have to look at the good things and the bad things and the nice things and the not so nice things within
Yeah.
yourself, which is always a challenge.
It is. And also I think that, sorry, I'm burping and yawning and
That's
we
okay.
just
We
have
we
to
can
take
handle
yes,
it.
we have today.
We can handle
Today
it.
as
Our
well.
audience just they're okay.
Will be. I also think it's something to do with, and I might be a bit generic, but for women specifically, that they want to take care of people. They want to
Yeah.
nurture. They want to be there for someone. They want to feel and be important to others so
Yeah.
that they feel important within.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't need that.
It's from the
Men-
outside instead of
Yeah.
Yeah.
And men do it, get that feeling without having to be
yeah. Would
nurturing
you
and
say would you say that like that people pleasers are usually women and not necessarily men, or can it be like both? It's different actually, pleasing people than caring for people, right?
yeah, exactly. I feel it's different. And I feel it's people pleasing is, I think it's as much men as women. We don't see it. We just don't see it the way we see it with women.
Yeah, true.
Some men might deal with their spouse complaining all the time and not reacting to it because they don't want a conflict.
Yeah.
So they just please their spouse because it's easier.
Yeah.
But at work, they might not. They probably won't have a spouse at work. Some do, but mostly don't. But they might not be a people pleaser because they're not close in relation.
Not true.
And some women speak their mind also at work. And so I don't think that, but I think the comfort thing is different. That women have a bigger need to be important in that area, especially with kids or with friends or with their spouse, or
Yeah.
So we give and give and give and give and give, and then we have to give at work, and then we have to give to friends, and we have to, and
there's nothing left, huh?
There's nothing left. So, and that can be a vicious cycle, right?
Because for sure.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday from Ajit Nawalki. He's
Dutch or German?
No. He's a coach with Mind or Ever Coach. It's like a Mind Valley thingy, but not completely. No, because he is connected to Mind Valley in some way, but he has his own thing that's fully coaching and he was talking to someone yesterday. I'll be the one with who is going
I don't have my phone
check my phone.
My son is listening to an audio right next door.
Ooh.
So I'm not. I'm the one paying attention today, Erna. Just sitting here, looking at you.
Thank you. I feel so.
You look pretty.
Oh, so pretty. Thank you.
That as well.
Yes. So it's
anger management. Yeah, sorry. The energy is coming.
Yes, it is. So it's Ever Coach by Mind Valley, and he was talking today to yesterday. Well, then he was talking to. Okay, it's Ajit Nawalka, and he was
Uh-huh.
talking to someone that wrote a book called Pussy. Yes, and it is indeed centers around pussy.
Mhm.
But in short, what this woman says was actually that women should pay attention to their pussy, love their pussy, and get excited about their pussy. Not because not because of sex or lust or whatever, but just to get this feeling inside themselves that they are worth everything, that they are worth love, that they are worth time for themselves, that they are worth clients, that they are worth a great job, or so
Connecting with their pussy would make them feel that.
yeah, we make them just feel more
Mhm.
in tune with themselves. So then going from the
Interesting.
inside out, and then the people pleasing part and the just giving will be diverted in giving and taking as well, so
Hmm.
that there's a balance,
Yeah, you need that balance.
which was quite interesting. But in the beginning, I was like, am I hearing this? This really? But yeah,
Okay, I'm not.
maybe she
I
has a
can't find
point.
the word, but yeah,
You're
maybe we need to read
flabbergasted.
that book.
Yes, we definitely need to read that book. Oh,
We do.
that was one of the things that we were going to do, to discuss
Yeah.
books, right?
Pussy? Or
First
what was the
book,
name? Pussy.
Pussy. Yeah, I'll check.
I get a lot of pictures in my mind. I can't help it. It's just like yeah.
It's like, do you know what your pussy looks like?
I'm not going to answer
That's no. It was rhetorical. It was rhetorical. Sorry.
that. I know. Oh, still fun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should have a sex therapist or a couples therapist or someone as a guest speaker someday.
Yeah, that should be
Could be
nice.
interesting. Yeah. Well, you mentioned balance.
Balance.
First, you
Yes.
mentioned the pussy and the pussy book, and then you mentioned. Sorry, just love how it's connected.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I've got it. Pussy, a reclamation from Regina Thomas Hauer.
Okay. Pussy reclamation by
Yeah, a
Regina
reclamation.
something.
Regina, yeah. Thomas Hauer.
Okay, then I need to see if I can find that book.
Yeah.
At least the title is is interesting. So I bet that's why people listen to it, because huh?
Yeah.
Or some might not.
Like, oh, darn. No, but balance. There has to be a balance.
There has to be
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah. You know,
And
I tell it to myself every day. There has to be balance. I now have to say no. I do have to stand up for myself. And every day I go to bed and it's like, darn,
yeah.
I didn't. Not again.
So what can you do tomorrow? One thing, what can you do so that you at least one time either create balance or set a boundary?
Well, tomorrow evening, I want to create something
With your
just for
hands?
me. Yes. Oh no, I don't want to create. I have to start making some videos. Tomorrow evening, I want to make some videos. I wanted to make videos how I do the intuitive drawing and stuff like that.
But does that give you energy?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
that's
that.
the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you?
And me.
What is the one thing that you could do tomorrow?
Actually, I am going to visit my previous job. And I decided, so I've actually got it planned already because I decided to earlier this day. And I love them. I love the pupils, the students, and I love the teachers. And I miss them so very, very much, even though I've only been there for 3.5 months. But today, when I was on my walk that I wanted to do, but didn't have the energy to do, but still did, I thought of a thing that I wanted to do for the students and for the teachers. And I actually wanted to do it when I left, but I forgot to prepare. So I just thought I'd wing it, but the winging it wasn't as good as I intended.
Yeah,
so tomorrow before I leave, I will drive the kids to school, walk the dog, come home, and I will sit down and write the things I want to tell them, because I wanted to give them, each and every one of them, a special gift about how I see them and how I feel like what they are. And these people are, these students are young men and women, teenagers, early 20s, who has had, some has had a rough start in life, some are disabled, some are cognitive, a little behind, but each and every one of them have spectacular qualities, and I want to point them out to them, and I want to do the same for the teachers, and I want to tell them that it has been the best place I've ever been, and it's not because of the place, it's because of them. And if there were other people, then it might not have felt that way. So I'm doing it for me because I care for them so much, but I'm also doing it for them so that their self-esteem and their confidence isn't that high. So I want to have something, and I want them to feel that I do care, and I'm not only there because I'm getting paid, and now I'm not getting paid. I come to visit as often as I can.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to cry.
Oh yeah,
but they know that. They know I'm a crier. So
let out those emotions and the tears. Just let it go. Better.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Too. But on a regular basis, daily basis, I need to find the balance between getting things done and relaxing. Because in my mind, I feel like I should do more than I'm doing. So when I am doing stuff, it feels good, and I'm doing it, and I can do this and I can do that, and all of a sudden I'm just exhausted. So I need to learn how to find that balance for me, and accept that my balance isn't yours in terms of chores. And even if I decide to work out because it feels good and because I want to, it feels stressful because then there's another task I need to check off.
Yeah, something that you can't do, or that you maybe should have done sooner, or I know that. I know that feeling.
And I'm not even working at the moment, so I don't know how I've ever done it. So
you forget that, huh? You forget that so easily.
Strange, and now I'm sitting here and I'm exhausted, and I haven't been to work. I've only been at home and driving and picking kids up and delivering them and cleaning and walking the dog and walking myself and doing groceries and stuff. But what if I was working as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Balance. And I need to work out. I'm not pregnant. If you are sitting there looking at my stomach and thinking,
It wasn't,
"Ah,"
I wasn't even looking at your stomach. It was you yourself.
because when I do this, it's like, "Oh, it looks like I've got big boobs."
Or like,
Well, we were talking about pussy before, so
yeah, you can do it.
but I actually don't. So now I'm going to sit in front of it so I feel better. Now it's doing it again.
It depends on what kind of clothes you have on. I
And
have
this doesn't do me any good. Okay.
this bulky vest.
Mhm.
That's actually my daughter's, which I
Mm.
love. I love the color, and I love it's just nice and warm. And,
Mm.
but it shows my we call it the third boob.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it's
That
like
you don't want.
exactly. So
Somewhere.
yeah, to sit
You
up
never know.
straight. You never know. You never know what.
If someone would like a third boob, you never know.
Yeah, oh no, that's true.
There might
True.
be people. There are
Oh,
people out there who want that.
For sure, for sure.
Mm.
I'm not one of them. So how did we go from balance and giving to third pussies and
You
then
started
third
with the
poop? I
pussy.
started pussy, yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah.
true.
And
That's
I've
true.
got a dirty mind, so I see pictures and yeah, sorry. If you can't bear that, just
If you
go away.
do you also have that when someone tells you something that's maybe gross or just a bit naughty, that you can see it in your mind and that it just sticks there for I don't know how long, and that you just start to imagine other things that go on around you.
That's
Yeah.
me. Always.
Nice, eh?
I have a line from today. I'm not going to say who said that because they would kill me. But someone said, by the way, it snowed today. It snowed. So someone said, it's the 30th of March and it snowed. No, we won't spring.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Next year we'll.
Yeah. Someone saw that it snowed, and then that person said, I'm going out to play with myself in the snow. And what picture did I get? And that wasn't the intention at all.
You know, now you say now you say
I get
that.
pictured.
I made that mistake once.
You did.
I was I was
about.
playing. Well, this is even worse. I was playing squash with colleagues of mine, and my partner was still not there, and he was about to arrive, and then one of the other colleagues said, "Oh, Erna, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just playing with myself." And I was like, no, playing by myself, by myself. But I could see this guy's eyes and the thoughts that were just like,
Oh, I love that. I love that we can take things who are innocent and just not thought of when they come out of our mouths and just make it something funny. And but some people find it disgusting. Some people feel offended. So you really need to to know if
who
it's
you
okay.
can, yeah.
You can
Really miss. Well, since that time, I'm always, when I say something like by myself, I'm always thinking twice before I say buddy by myself.
yeah.
Really.
So you learn quickly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So balance. We need to go back to balance.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually worked with people, with especially women, who has had a burnout, and I've had that myself twice. And what I didn't learn the first time, I hope I have learned the second time. Because
You
if I'm
don't want
there
to.
again, I didn't. So, but mostly it is because they put on too much.
Yeah.
They feel they need to help. They feel they need to do more than they are doing, and they can't acknowledge that.
No.
Firstly, they are good enough as they are. They don't need other people's acceptance by doing and giving all the freaking
Exactly.
time.
Exactly.
And I forgot the second one.
No, but it is true, eh? The boundaries that you need to set to keep from going that road again, are sometimes quite challenging, eh?
Yeah, they are. And the boundaries thing, I love that you mention it, because often we think of boundaries as I need to set boundaries towards others.
Yeah.
Again, we forget about ourselves.
Exactly.
I need boundaries so that I don't burn out at home, even because I keep going.
Yeah.
So I need to take a little chat with myself. Myself, I say, and I say, yes, dear, what is it? You need. But really, we do need to sit down.
We take a mirror every day and just talk to yourself.
Yeah, I don't care how.
And in the process that you're telling yourself how wonderful and beautiful and talented you are, you can also say, okay, today.
How do you feel it's going?
Yes. Are you saying no regularly? Do you take breaks from other people regularly?
Not enough.
Exactly.
Exactly. And do we ever stop to think, or do we just complain?
I think we mostly complain and don't think.
Yeah.
Or not enough. We don't think enough. We might think, and then we'll think, oh yeah, but I'll do that. Of course. I have it here. Oh, I've been there.
And that's what hypnotherapy can help with, right?
Yep.
Because logically, we understand. We know what to do. We've read that book. We've been on that webinar, on that course.
Yep.
We've been to the coach. We've done
so many things.
Yeah. And if it's subconscious,
yeah, then we can go everywhere and then still have the same behaviors and the same pitfalls that we had before.
And then our clever listeners might say, well, Erna and Kat, why haven't you fixed that in yourself? And to that, my dear friends,
well,
I will say that I am a person, a woman who is nearly 43 years old. And that's not my only issue.
It can be worse.
So I've done a lot of had a lot of sessions done on other issues. So it's a path, and it's learning, and it's also being aware that you feel it's an issue, so that you know that you yeah.
Understanding is power, and being aware is power. And once you're aware, you can start changing things.
And what is go on.
No, you. I was just going to say, but what if you, and then I lost it?
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's just it's me. I have these things in my head, and then I start to think further and further, or to just go somewhere else, and I just like, what was I going to say again?
That's what happened with the number 2 thing I was going to say. Just okay, but you said knowledge is power. Yeah. And I say, what is it that Tony Robbins says? I can't actually remember it correctly, but it is. Knowledge is not power. Taking action is. I think it's something like that. So we can know a lot. We can read a lot, like we talked about before. We can do
true.
the
But if
courses,
you
we can
don't
do
take action, then it doesn't matter, that it just amounts to nothing.
Yeah, and the knowledge is just knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they agree, your dogs.
Yeah, I still have to walk them because yeah. So maybe this is a good ending.
Yeah, I think it is.
And we
Remember
can
to balance in life.
yes, just that. Balance.
Balance.
So do we have balance between us?
Yeah, I see that there is 100% screen and 50% of it is here.
See, I was just going to say balance.
But in a minute, if you choose to change it, there won't be. Oh God, shut up.
Okay, this is a good point to sign off, to say thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And viewing.
We
Follow
hope
us.
that it made some sense, or at least you had fun. And if you didn't, we did. So
yeah, exactly. Even being a start.
That book,
Pussy, a reclamation. From Regina.
Is it one word, a reclamation, or is it a reclamation?
Yeah, a reclamation. Yeah. So it's Pussy, a reclamation.
And the author is?
And the author is Regina Thomas Hauer. We'll put it in the description. Yeah.
We need to, because I don't understand the last name.
Yeah. So if you have any comments, or if you want to join in our discussions,
yeah, we would love to hear from you.
Exactly. Either put it in the comments below or send us an email at
Erna
at gmail.com.
And that's a lot to mention here. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And at the podcast, you can also follow the channel so that you will be notified when there's a new podcast.
Exactly.
And you don't want to miss that.
And share. You can share us.
Giving is sharing, but remember to take something back. We need balance.
Exactly.
Take care. Have fun. Remember to take care of yourself. It's okay to be a bit selfish. A lot selfish, actually. I'm going to bed now.
Sleep tight, dear.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.